Prototypes are important. They're often the make or break pitch to investors. Using production-grade materials directly increases your odds of getting funded. Investors don't fund ideas, they fund businesses. They must see a clear path to production. This is about more than impressing VCs. It's about accelerating your timeline and cutting hidden costs. We will now show how production-grade prototyping de-risks your venture and makes it irresistible to investors. The counterintuitive truth: spending more on early prototypes with the right materials saves you a fortune. This method directly confronts technical and financial risks. You validate assumptions early, preventing catastrophic late-stage failures. Beyond saving money, it makes you faster. Faster iterations mean a shorter path to market and revenue. So it saves money and time, but how does it create a better physical product? It begins with real-world feedback. A realistic prototype lets you get meaningful feedback from actual users, not just theoretical validation. The goal is a production-ready prototype, a model that is nearly identical to what will roll off the assembly line. Why does this work? It bridges the massive, often fatal gap between a CAD design and a manufacturable product. Using final materials verifies durability, weight, and texture. It also validates your manufacturing process, like injection molding. This sounds logical, so what is the single biggest mistake startups make that completely undermines this process? A tangible, realistic prototype becomes a universal language. It eliminates ambiguity between designers, engineers, and partners. So, we've shown it bridges the gap and improves communication. Now, let's see what happens when theory meets reality. The mistake: using unsuitable materials, like a brittle 3D print for a part that needs to flex, creating a false sense of security. Conversely, a production-caliber prototype allows for true, rigorous testing, including destructive tests and precise fitment checks. When a part survives this level of testing, you don't hope it will work in production. You know it will. Investors buy that certainty. The process itself is a test of your manufacturing plan. You are debugging the transition to full-scale production early. This all seems ideal, but doesn't this approach cost too much for an early-stage startup? The answer is strategy, not dogma. This is not about making every sketch a perfect model. The error is scaling low-fidelity learning prototypes directly. Even a lean-first prototype for investors can apply this mindset. Focus on core functions, but use production intent materials. This process forces discipline. It prevents costly feature overload by making you validate the most critical functions first. So it's not all or nothing, but a strategic progression. Now, let's connect this to your ultimate fundraising tool. We said this reduces risk. Investors manage risk. By showing them a production intent prototype, you are speaking their language. Your prototype is no longer just a model of a product. It is a model of your entire production capability. You're not just showing them what you'll make, you're showing them how you'll make it. This transforms the conversation. The evidence is clear. The materials you choose for your prototype define your trajectory, your costs, and your funding. To recap, production-grade prototyping reduces financial and technical risk and accelerates your path to market. We started by saying your prototype is your most vital pitch. A simple model pitches an idea. This pitch is a de-risked business. For founders, stop treating prototyping as a stepping stone. It is the foundation of your manufacturing and funding strategy. For investors, ask tough questions about materials and manufacturing intent. The answers reveal a team's true readiness. Building a great product is hard. Building a company is harder. Aligning your prototype with production gives you an advantage. And having presentation-ready prototypes will strengthen your competitive position that much more. It's the smart investment, no matter how you look at it.